Hey everyone, my name is Daniel, and in this video, I will go over the how and why to use preferred solution in Copilot Studio. And before I dive into that topic, I'll even give you an overview of what solution is all about. And this is very important both for the environment admins and the makers to start adopting this concept as soon as possible, because this will help you keep your environment clean and also help you with the application lifecycle management of these solutions. So stick around because this is something you should not ignore and start adopting sooner rather than later. But first, here's my intro video. So let's spend a few minutes learning about this concept called solution. And I think of solution as a folder. Because say you have a scenario where you've got a Contoso project, all right? And for that project, you go and create a folder. In that folder, you create, say, a PowerPoint deck regarding this presentation. You go ahead and create a Word document to give you a summary of the outline. You may even have some kind of data in an Excel spreadsheet, and you might even have some zip files or things like that. All of that is put together in that Contoso folder, so it keeps it nice and clean in one location. That way you don't have to go hunting for it in different places. That concept of folder works exactly like a solution. So say you are building a solution for your company where you've got an app, a flow, maybe even an agent, some Dataverse tables, and for all of that you've got connectors. Well, now you can take all of that and put it into a solution. That way you don't have to keep hunting for it in your environment. It's so easy to go to that solution and then find it in that one place. And this all starts to make things a lot easier from a cleanliness standpoint. When you build multiple solutions in that environment, it's easy for you to just go and hit all of them individually, as against you trying to find out, okay, which one of this app was in the one place, which table it is tied to. Like, it gets a little complicated to do that, but it's so much easier when you have it in that solution. Remember, a folder-like feature. So let's build on top of it. There is actually two types of solutions. They're called as managed and unmanaged. So the term unmanaged basically means you still have the flexibility to add more stuff to it. Hence the term unmanaged, which means, say in my solution, I want to go ahead and add now a second app, maybe a few more tables, maybe one more workflow. Well, you've got the flexibility to keep adding more of those services in that solution. And this is the perfect type of scenario when you're in your development type of environments, because you're still building over there, right? Everything is still growing. So therefore, in those environments where you're still developing this solution, there you have unmanaged solutions. However, when the time comes now to put it into, say, a QA for user acceptance testing, or even a production type of scenario, what you do is you package all of that unmanaged solution into a managed solution. And then you move that managed solution to those, UAT or production environments. What managed means is that you cannot do any editing over there whatsoever. It is what it is. The app will stay that way, the flows will stay that way. You cannot do any editing over there. And this is the big difference between unmanaged and managed solution. So now that you have an understanding of what this solution concept is all about, let's level up and talk about preferred solution concept. So as the name goes, preferred solution is that first go-to solution of yours. That is the solution that you prefer first, instead of going and using something else. And this is really helpful because each environment comes with something called as a default solution. It is there in every environment. And this is also the catch-all solution, which sounds helpful, but it can get messy really fast. In fact, your default environment, if you go and take a look at the default solution over there, you're going to find hundreds, if not thousands of apps, flows, tables, everything. It's all a lump sum stuff just sitting in that default solution. And it gets really difficult to manage that. So therefore, the concept of preferred solution came out, where you first go ahead and create your own solution, and then you go and tag that as this is my preferred solution. And it's really helpful, especially when you start building these agents, because now you can make sure that anytime anything is created, even if you don't choose which solution it is, it will always fall in that preferred solution first. Make sense? Good, because now let me show you how this all works together from a technical standpoint and how it will also help you in case you have to make any changes to a managed solution. Okay, I'm in my Copilot Studio, specifically in an environment called as a preferred environment. Now on this left vertical navigation, I click on this ellipsis and I go into this folder called Solutions. Over here, we'll be able to see what the current setup is all about. And there you see under the unmanaged tab, I have over here two solutions. There is the default solution, and then there is also the common data service default solution. All right. Now this one is by default selected as a preferred solution. So without you even doing anything, heck, this might just be a brand new environment that you just spun up. This is what you will see, a common data service default solution, and that will be a preferred solution. Now, for this environment, when I go into my Manage tab, you see I have a bunch of managed solutions over here. And this is an example that I'm going to use on this preferred shopping, which is a preview. This is one of those managed solutions that Microsoft has given us. And I'll show you. When I switch over to this next tab and I click on agents, right over here, see installed a managed agent. The one you see over here is personalized shopping. This is the managed agent templates that Microsoft gives us. And I already have this one installed. Now, I want to go in and make some changes to this managed solution that Microsoft has given us. And this is the real world scenario that I want to double click on because it's a really good solution that a vendor, which could be a consulting company, or in this case, Microsoft, has given us. I do want to make some changes to it to match my need. However, it's a managed solution. So I just make sure that the changes I make actually get saved somewhere. And that somewhere is going to be a preferred solution. So let's walk through that exercise, all right? I'm going to come back over here, back again into this tab. We are in the exact same environment in solutions. I'm going to come back over here to the unmanaged one. And the first thing I'm going to do is create a new solution. And you've seen me do this in another video as well. I'll go put that link below. Check that out if you want. But I'm going to walk through the exact same exercise over here. Just a quick update. If you wish to support my channel, you have two options. Go to my YouTube channel, click on join, and select any one of these membership options. Keep in mind, you can cancel it at any time. For a one-time payment, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Dan Christian and select either 1, 5, or as many coffees as you like. Thank you for your support. So the display name is going to be something like this. I want to keep it similar to the original solution, which is personalized shopping, but I'm also going to say customizations. That way I actually know which one is which, all right? This is going to be the unmanaged one. Publisher, in this case, these are the two out of the box. I'm going to go and create my own one. I'm going to call that as a CFCS INC, that's Christian Family Consulting Service. The name is similar, but you can't put any spaces. So I'll just put that as CFCS INC. Prefix over here, I can just put that as CFCS. And then the starting value, it has to be at least 5 digits. So I'll just say 1, 0, and then 1, 2, 3. That way I have the 4 zeros. This looks good. I'll go and click on save. So it's creating my new publisher. This is great. And now I can get that solution, select that publisher, and then in the drop-down options, just to make sure that this is going to be the unmanaged one. This is also where I have the option to set that as a preferred solution. So you can do this right over here, or you can also click on this create, wait for this solution to be all created. It's going ahead and getting it configured right now. Once that is done, I can actually go back one more step, select this one again, the one that I just created, selected that, and selected that, and then on the top, you can set that as a set preferred solution. It's going to have the secondary pop-up box. I will select the one that I do, and I'll click on apply. And the moment I do, you see that preferred solution immediately went up to the top one, the new one that we created. All right, so now let me go back to this managed agent, making sure we're in the exact same environment. I'm going to go to the topics place over here, all right? And these are all the topics that came with this managed solution. Also, read this on the top. It says this agent is part of a managed solution. You can add new topics, but you can't modify existing ones. This is how Microsoft created that for us. So what I'll do is I actually create another topic. I'll call that as blank. I'm going to call that as a secondary option. Secondary option, all right? And then over here, I'll just go ahead and add a message just to actually do something, all right? Okay. All right, I'm going to say these are your secondary options, all right? Just added something over here. I'll go and click on save, all right? This is all I did. I just went ahead and add a new topic. Topic is saved, but I need to confirm exactly which solution that topic got saved in. So let's do that, all right? Let's switch back to this tab over here. I'm just going to refresh it, and I'm going to come to this preferred solution that you and I just created. So I'm going to select that one, and there you go. See that secondary option? It is of a type topic. And it may take a few seconds for this to refresh, but this is what you should see, that since it is a topic, it'll fall under agent components, because when you select it, it's actually a topic. But the key thing is that the change that you made in that managed solution gets saved in this unmanaged solution that you created, and you made that as a preferred solution. Now, do you see the importance of this? This way, you don't lose anything, and it gets so much easier to find it, because it doesn't stop over here. What you're going to do is in the future, all right, when you go ahead and have this managed solution, say moved or rebuilt in another production environment, all you have to do is now this custom solution that you made, you basically package that up as, say, another managed solution, and you go ahead and migrate that over to the exact same destination environment that you had this one. Therefore, all the customizations also get moved along. So now that you understand this, let me also give you some nuances, because there are certain things that you might assume that it works certain ways, but it actually doesn't. So let's spend a few minutes on that as well. So there are two features about these preferred solutions that are not very intuitive, and I want to bring that to your attention. So the first one is, how many preferred solutions can I have? Because here's what happens. When I go into my solutions, all right, back for this environment, and I come over here, I already have this one as a preferred solution. It's already showing it over here, and this one is grayed out. However, I could easily I could go ahead and create another one, calling it as a catch-all. See, I already have that over here, catch-all, make it the same publisher right over here. And for now, I'm just going to go and create it. So it gets created. We come directly into this folder place, reviewing all of the solutions. But I'm just going to go out first over here. And that's it. See, that is my next solution. I can go and select that one and select the said preferred solution. It gives me the exact same thing. I go and click on apply. And there you go. I now have selected this one as preferred solution. So as you noticed, there can always be only one preferred solution. And Microsoft documentation clearly states this, that you can have multiple preferred solutions. However, only one of it can be active. And I just demonstrated that to you. Initially, I had this personalized shopping customizations. I selected that. I made that as a preferred solution. But then I went ahead and changed it to the catch-all preferred solution. So I'll give you a little suggestion over here. When you're building these preferred solutions, already plan ahead of time. Very rarely should you actually be switching these type of preferred solutions from one to the other one. Just plan ahead what this preferred solution is going to be and stick with it. And it could be for those scenarios where this is a test type of environment, and at some point you are going to build this one solution. Sure, go ahead and create another custom solution, make that as a preferred one. But in the future, if you're switching over to another type of solution, then you can go and switch it from one to the other. It's good for that type of scenarios, but when you're starting to build a production type of a solution, then I highly recommend you create this one unmanaged one, make that as your preferred solution, and stick with it. Try not to make changes to it. So that is the first option, where you can have only one preferred solution. Second one is, my preferred solution can be completely different from your preferred solution. You guessed it, preferred solution is very user context based. It's not that in this environment, I have selected catch-all as the preferred solution and that's it. No, this catch-all is my preferred solution and yours could be completely different. And I'll prove that to you, all right? Here, I have signed in as myself in this environment, Daniel Christian. So I'm going to switch browsers over here. I'm going to go to my Edge, And you see on the top right, I have signed in as Finn Christian, a completely different user. However, I'm in the exact same environment. With Finn signed in, this common data services, that is still the preferred solution. So if you see side by side, on the left is Daniel Christian, and Daniel has the catch-all solution as the preferred solution. However, on the right, that's Finn. Finn still has the default data service as the preferred solution. Finn can switch around. He can switch over to this personalized shopping customizations, the one we built before. I can now go ahead and select that as a preferred solution. It is asking me to do that. I can click on apply, change it over here. Let's go back to what Daniel sees. Just to be on the safe side, I'll refresh his browser, all right, just to make sure that happens. Browser is getting refreshed, but see, it didn't make any change. Daniel still has catch-all as his preferred one. Just because Finn changed it to the personalized one, it did not affect Daniel. Also, Finn and Daniel can have the exact same one as well. So let me expand this and show it to you, right? This is what Finn has as a preferred solution. Now I can select that one and keep that as the preferred solution. It's just verifying that, and I click on this apply. And now you see both Finn and Daniel are using the exact same one, all right? Just to make sure, I'll refresh Daniel just to show you that no change, like Daniel wasn't kicked out or anything. Daniel will still also have catch all as the preferred one over here. So here's another tip I'm sharing with you. Say you have multiple developers working in the same solution, just make sure that for all of them, they have the exact same custom solution set up as a preferred solution. Because each of them might be coming in, making changes, building topics, whatever. We want to make sure all of them for that specific solution are capturing all of those changes and putting it in the exact same folder, that exact same solution one. It doesn't get spread around into different solutions. No, all of them are in the exact same one. And to do that, you got to make sure all the developers are in sync. That is, all of them have the exact same preferred solution. You see how important that is? So in closing, let's do a quick recap. If you haven't already, start using solutions. You use it as a unmanaged first, where you're building, making changes, package that up as a managed solution, and move that over to production. In such scenarios where you actually have a managed solution given to you by a vendor, or in this case also Microsoft, if you want to make some changes to it, then you first have to have a unmanaged solution created in that environment and make that as a preferred solution. And also, the preferred solution is very user context based, which means one user in that environment can have one preferred solution, another user can have something else. So when you have multiple developers working in the exact same environment, make sure all of them have selected that one specific solution as the preferred solution. Hopefully this video has been useful to you, especially for you environment admins and the makers and developers, because once you understand this knowledge, it will really help you to keep your environment clean and all your solutions all packaged together in the exact same solutions. Hopefully this video was useful to you, and as always, keep using preferred solutions in Copilot Studio. Hey everyone, my name is Daniel and I'm a community contributor focusing on all things AI related. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a like and leave a comment behind. I love reading the feedback you leave behind, as it really helps me shape my future content. And if you want more content like this, subscribe and turn on notifications. So once again, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.